Hi, in this one I wanted to talk a bit about a subject that confused me a little while ago, which is erasing from a container in a loop. So in this case, let's say we have a map from strings to integers, and let's say I would like to erase all the elements which are even or something. So, well, like you could use algorithm, but let's pretend that you have to use a loop because you need to do other stuff in the loop or things like that. And so, yeah, the way you could think of doing this is you create an iterator to begin. You stop when the iterator reaches the end. As usual, you increment the iterator and you do erase it, like so in the loop. But if you run this, you will see that it crashes because the erase method invalidates your iterator. And so when you increment the iterator after erase, it will crash basically. And so what I saw a lot of people do is that they remove the increment in the for loop. They do a post increment like this. Oh yeah, I should wait. My bad. My example was I wanted to do like if it second modulo 2 is equal to 0 to make it a bit more sensible. But this still crashes. But yeah, so what I saw a lot of people do is they remove the pre-increment there in the for loop. They post-incremented here in the erase, and they just incremented as usual in the else. And we see that it works, but it's a bit confusing because then you start asking like, obviously if I do this, I'm gonna pre-increment the iterator, so I'm just gonna erase the element after. But if I remove the iterator, then do it plus plus after, and let's say I have this also crashes, and so yeah, it's a bit confusing to me. But it was a bit confusing to me, and so the reason why there is this post increment thing is because erase will well, as I said, invalidate the iterator. So you basically need to create a copy of the iterator, pass that one to erase, and before you call erase, increment your current iterator. So it's a bit complicated, but let me just do it without the post increment thing. So you create a copy of your iterator, you increment this copy, and so since it hasn't been invalidated yet, this one was able to be incremented. Then you erase the iterator, and after that you reassign it to the copy, and this works. And basically, this thing which I just wrote, those 3 lines, are kind of what the post increment operator does on it. So if you actually look in the, I don't know, for the definition of the post increment operator on iterators or on anything, I guess, is that the difference between pre-increment will just increment your object and then return you the same object. The post increment will first make a copy of your object, increment your current object, and then return the copy, or something like that. Yeah, I think that's it. And so yeah, and that's why this little trick works, which confused me a lot when I encountered it. This also works with the extract method, which is new and allows you to, instead of erasing the element, it allows you to, well, basically take ownership of that element and do something else later with it, but still remove it from the container. And I also learned while doing this video that this is definitely not needed with erase, because erase returns an iterator to the element after the one who was erased. So the much clearer way of doing this, in my opinion, is doing it equal erase, which also works. And in my opinion, it avoids a lot of headaches. And so yeah, and yeah, I also learned that this works for the regular map, but this also works for unordered map. like so. Well, wanted to show maybe the post-increment trick thing. This also works, but apparently they fixed it in C++11 or something before it was also crashing, and yeah, that's it. Just a thing that confused me a bit a while ago, and I hope you learned something about arrays and iterators. See you in the next one.